everybody, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tess if you're new, and I am so sorry. I know it's been a hot minute since I uploaded a video, but I have been under the weather a little bit with a summer head cold. It was miserable. So I apologize about the fan sound, but our AC is not working so terrific and it is so hot in here, so I am just trying to keep as cool as possible. So for today's video, I would like to bring you a tip on how to keep your concealer from creasing too much. So I have been having so many problems with under eye creasing because I am getting older. I am in my 50s and I have a lot of loose skin over the top of my eye and underneath terrible bags. So I was watching YouTube the other day, and this lady showed me this amazing trick, and I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but I will link her video down below. And I thought it was just an amazing trick, and it works for women of all ages. If you've got bags, this will work for you. Now I have a few products, a few tips of my own to add. I'll let you know what she does, what I do, but let's take it from the beginning. And by the way, if you're new, please subscribe, and if you like this video, you like the content, please let me know by hitting the like button and the notification bell, and YouTube will let you know every time I upload a video. In the meantime, please forgive me. I know my hair is flying around, but trying to keep myself nice and cool. All right, so now I have, like I said, really dark bags. So I like to start with a eye primer that has a plumping effect, and I got this in an Ipsy box, and I'm so excited that I got this particular product because it's very expensive and I normally wouldn't be able to buy it by myself. But this is Pure Lease eye primer, and it works. It's Blue Lotus 4-in-1 Eye Adore Serum, and it works by helping to depuff and to smooth out some of the fine lines. And I've noticed a big difference since I've started, that the little fine lines underneath my eyes are getting a little bit less noticeable. So thank you, Ipsy. Pure Lease is one of my favorite skincare brands, so I absolutely was so excited when I got this. I also like to use a primer, a luminizing primer on my face, and I do have foundation and primer on right now. I put on my eye primer first, and because the rest of my face looks splotchy and I didn't want to scare you guys, I decided to put on my primer that I use. This I also got in Ipsy. Can you believe it? Dr. Brandt Luminizing Primer. And this is also an amazing product. It is pricey, and I got this from also from Ipsy, and it's just, they're amazing with their skincare. Now all of the other great stuff that I got from BoxyCharm, so we'll be talking about that later. Okay, so the next step is you need a really good concealer. Now it's really up to you. I use a higher end concealer because I have really tough bags, but my favorite is Shape Tape. I do not get that as often as I'd like because I splurged recently and got myself my favorite concealer from Huda Beauty, and that is Huda Overachiever. That's this. And this is in the color Huda Overachiever, and this looks like it says macaroon. So there it is, and I love this primer. It is a full coverage primer. It is thick. It's got an amazing formula, just like her Faux Filter foundation. So if you like full cover concealers that are going to last a long time, just keep in mind this is a bit pricey. I did buy this myself, and I believe it was $45. It was a splurge, but I have had it for a really long time.
Hey everybody,
and
I just wanted to
interrupt another reason I love
say
it so
that
much
I got the price wrong on the Huda Overachiever.
It
is actually $30, not $45.
It's a metal
Still a
tip.
splurge, but I just wanted to make sure
on
I
it,
got the
but
price right
this
for you guys.
is a cooling
All right, sorry about
tip.
that.
And
Love
basically what you do before you use it underneath your eyes, you take it and you don't have to put it in the refrigerator or anything. It's cool. It's nice and cool, and it feels so good and refreshing and depuffing. And basically just give it a nice little tap, just a nice little roll there underneath your eyes. And I found that it really does help to reduce the puffiness. It's amazing. So I put also, another trick of mine is I like to use foundation on my whole face, including underneath my eyes and over the tops of the lids, because I like a more flawless look. I feel that using the concealer afterwards gives me a little bit more of a blended look if I have some of my foundation already underneath my eyes. So I do use Huda, and I do have her foundation, Faux Filter foundation, but today I am using Too Faced Born This Way, and this is in light beige nude. So it's a really beautiful foundation. It is also full coverage. I find it to be lighter in weight, and I like to use this more in the summer because it just feels like it's covering but not really like heavy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Faux Filter foundation a little goes a long way, but you have to really moisturize your face because it is a very thick foundation. This works similar to Faux Filter. It's a little bit lighter foundation. It's not as full coverage, but it is buildable. So this is what I recommend for the summer, and that is if you like a full coverage foundation. So we've done the eye primer, we've done the foundation. Now I've taken my Huda Beauty Blender and I've depuffed my eyes. I have used this on both sides. Now I usually put it on a little brush, a little blender brush, and I got this one in my BoxyCharm box, and I can't really read where company it's from, but it's basically just a flat brush, and I like to use it because it's easier for me to apply the concealer on my eyes and underneath my eyes, and then I'll take my finger, my ring finger again, and just dab it in gently, and just make sure you get it in as much as possible. And then I like to go in with my beauty blender. This one is also from Huda. I know it's a little stained, please forgive me, I use it a lot, but a damp blender is the trick. Now, not soaking wet, make sure you wring it out really good. And I love her blender brush because it's just her blender, excuse me, because it is just the right firmness. It's not too squishy, it's not too firm, it's got a lot of nice give, and it doesn't absorb the makeup as a lot of the other cheaper beauty blenders do. So I do enjoy this, and it has a little flat end here on the side, used for baking and for getting in those tight areas. But after I've put on my concealer with my brush, I use my finger, and then I finish it up with this particular beauty blender so I can get a more flawless look. Now I have done the concealer on both eyes, and I also have used my setting powder, and here is where the trick comes in. I know you've heard it, you've heard setting powder, you know the setting powder works, but how do we keep it from creasing? I mean, it's just by the end of like 2 or 3 hours, it starts to separate, it starts to just really come apart and undo all of your hard work. So what I have done is gone ahead and done what I have done is I have taken my finishing spray, which is the extra step that I just found out works amazing. Now you take your sponge and you spray your sponge with your favorite finishing spray. This is from Kate London, Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Finishing Spray. So I'll take a little bit and I'll spray it once or twice on my beauty blender, and I will apply it underneath my eyes, and I'll just wait a few minutes and just kind of tap it in make sure that it gets in there. Don't get any in your eye. Just make sure you just get it in the crease, and make sure it goes right underneath so that it stays in place. Okay, then you can go in with your finishing powder. This is Kate London's Everyday Vacay Coconut Powder, and I love it. I got both of these items, believe it or not, in my BoxyCharm. I just get so many wonderful products that I would never be able to use if it wasn't for BoxyCharm and for Ipsy. But BoxyCharm gives me a little bit more makeup, so if that's what you like, I would definitely go with BoxyCharm for the makeup. And you do get really nice quality makeup from Ipsy also, but it's more from other up-and-coming brands, and BoxyCharm is more of our, you know, beloved brand. So just make sure you don't use a lot. Look at that, I just dabbed it lightly and there's a lot there, but just a little bit goes a long way. And just put it over where you've applied your concealer, and voila, this side has the finishing powder and the finishing spray, and this side does not. Let me know if you can see a difference. I certainly do. This side looks a lot more concealed, and it looks less puffy. It looks not as purple, and this side is definitely showing through. So that's my tip for today. I hope you guys like it. Please excuse me doing my video in my bedroom, but I am renovating, and pretty soon I'll have a really nice set for you. But for now, it's just you and me just hanging out in my bedroom. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Peace.